Hello, welcome to another GK beginning band video. We're going to be working with the flute today, playing number 10, page 10 rather, numbers 30 through 33. By now we should know the following notes. We should know our B flat, C, D, E flat, F. Today we'll be learning the G. As you can see, if I play my F and lift up the first finger on the right hand, that gives me the notes I need to play the G, namely the thumb on the left hand, the first three fingers of the left hand, and the pinky on the right hand. We'll now play number 30, warm up. And what we're going to do is we're going to play those three notes, E flat, F, and G. There's a fermata, or a hold, at the over the whole note in the last measure. That means you'll hold that note a little longer than the note is written. Number 30, warm up. 1, 2, ready. In number 31, tied and true, we're going to be using that G, and we're going to alternate from the G to the D, from G to the D. In the second measure of tied and true, you'll see a whole half note rather, D, that's tied to a quarter note, D. The curved line that connects those two notes is called a tie, and a tie connects two notes of the same pitch. Tied notes are played as one unbroken note, which means that we're going to hold that note for 3 counts. Instead of tonguing the quarter note on count 3, we'll just blow right over it. So it'll sound like this in the first two measures. Notice I held that note for 3 counts and didn't tongue the third count. It was tied to the previous note. The only two notes that we're using is D and G. The last measure features a repeat sign. We're going to be going back to the beginning to play from the beginning again once we get done the first time through. So I will take this both times, trying to breathe the appropriate places. Number 31, tied and true. 1, 2, ready. Notice that I need to try all the way through to keep a nice steady sound on all the longer notes. That could be a little tough the second time through. As you can hear, it's kind of running a little low on air near the end of some of those phrases. Make sure you get a nice big breath of air. In number 32, Jolly Old St. Nicholas, we're going to be playing a duet, and this duet differs from some of the other duets we've played in that the rhythms are not exactly the same from measure to measure. As you can see, in Jolly Old St. Nicholas, in the A line, in measure 4, you're going to be playing a whole note on the G, while in the B line, the person will be playing quarter notes on E flat, D, C, and B flat. You'll notice the rhythm is different in measure 5 and in measure 6. There's also a fermata at the end of each line over the whole note E flat. Jolly Old St. Nicholas, your student may need some help working on the skips which are in measures 6, 7, and 8 in the A line, if you'll notice I have this in the last 3 measures of that line. Your student may need to take a little time to work out the last 2 measures especially. Because they're not used to playing the G and then being able to go from the G to the E. It may take a little bit of practice for just those 2 measures before you go back. We're going to play line 32. I'll play line A and then I'll play line B. You can practice along with me on each line and then go back and play the opposite line if you'd like to play a duet. 32, A. 1, 2, ready. Now, I'm going to go back. I'm going to try the last 4 measures of that again because I had a lot of problems playing the note, especially going from B flat to E flat. I probably should work on that a couple times. Just 2 or 3 times so that my fingers know where to go. And now I'll try the last 4 measures of line A. 1, 2, ready. I'll now try line B. Line B starts on the E flat, works down. Notice in measure 4 rather, we have the quarter notes on E flat, D, C, and B flat. We have rests in measures 5 and 6 that don't exist in the A line. You'll have to count through them while the person playing the A line plays. Again, there's a fermata over the E flat at the end. 32B. 1, 2, ready. In number 33, Amigos, we now look at a different time signature. The time signature that we're playing in is 2-4. 2 counts in each measure. The quarter note still gets a count, so the half notes are still worth 2, and the quarter notes are still worth 1. However, you won't see any whole notes in this piece because 4 counts won't fit in a 2-count measure. That is the reason that you have to have the ties across the bar line to play the half note tied to the quarter note. Again, you could put a dotted half note and play 3 counts, but you can't put 3 counts into a 2-beat measure. Number 33, Amigos, has 2 lines. At the end of the first line, you'll notice that that line is missing the double bar line that we are so used to looking at. Like reading a book, you're going to read all the way to the end to the right, and then you're going to go down a line and back to the left to pick up the second line. Number 33, Amigos. 1, 2, ready. Again, your student may need to work on the skips from G to D, like in measures 5 through 8. And they also may need to work on the skips in measures 13, 14, 15, and 16, B flat to D. I always want to try to make sure my fingers are all moving together. So when one set of fingers move down, the other set of fingers move up. So they're all moving at the same time. When they work together, then I get a good clean sound instead of something like this. We want all the fingers to move at the same time. Your assignment this week, page 10, numbers 30 through 33. Have fun practicing the flute this week.